The life of Prophet Muhammad. The rise of the dawn. At the time of Hazrat Abdullah's marriage, his age was approximately 17 or 22 years. In Arab tradition, it was customary for the groom to live at his in-laws' house for 3 months after the wedding. Accordingly, Hazrat Abdullah stayed at Hazrat Amina's house for 3 months before returning to Mecca with her. Before Islam, in the pre-Islamic era of ignorance, Jahiliyyah, formal marriages were not common. Only the aristocracy occasionally held formal marriages, while the rest of the population often engaged in unlawful relationships. After the advent of Islam, those couples who had formally married were recognized as legitimate, and after they embraced Islam, their pre-Islamic marriages were considered valid by Islamic law without requiring a new marriage contract. Hazrat Abdullah and Hazrat Amina's marriage was one such valid and formal union, which is why Prophet Muhammad later said, "My birth was the result of a legitimate marriage, not through adultery or fornication." As mentioned in earlier episodes, the commercial caravans of the Quraysh would travel to regions like Iran, Syria, Yemen, and India. Hazrat Abdullah, too, had gone to Syria as part of a caravan. On his way back to Mecca, he fell seriously ill near Yathrib, Medina, and had to stay with his maternal uncles there, while his companions continued their journey back to Mecca. When Hazrat Abdul Muttalib did not see his beloved son returning, he inquired about Hazrat Abdullah. Upon hearing of his illness, Hazrat Abdul Muttalib was deeply worried and immediately sent his eldest son, Hazrat Harith, to Yathrib to check on Hazrat Abdullah's condition. Unfortunately, Hazrat Harith arrived to find that Hazrat Abdullah had passed away from his illness and was buried in Dar al-Gabga, a place in Yathrib. When Hazrat Harith returned to Mecca with the tragic news, Hazrat Abdul Muttalib was overwhelmed with grief and fainted. Hazrat Amina, upon hearing the news of her beloved husband's death, was struck with shock. The entire family of Banu Hashim was enveloped in mourning, for Hazrat Abdullah, known for his beauty, character, and exceptional personality, was the pride of the family. But at just 25 years of age, this shining star had faded, and the Prophet was still in his mother's womb when he became an orphan. The grief of Hazrat Abdul Muttalib for his beloved son was matched only by the intense sorrow of Hazrat Amina for the loss of her husband. Yet, Allah did not allow them to mourn for long. Just a few months after Hazrat Abdullah's death, on Monday, 9th Rabi al-Awwal, April 20th, 571 CE, Hazrat Amina gave birth to Allah's beloved, Hazrat Muhammad.